Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Taiwan Unscripted, and I know it's been a long time that I didn't upload my video. I was busy, so I didn't have time to make new videos, but I think it's important timing now for Taiwanese people to let the whole world know what is happening in Taiwan now. Today I'm going to be talking about Taiwan's recall movement. So actually Taiwan is often held as one of Asia's most vibrant democracies. I think many of you guys know about this, but recently the country has been witnessing a wave of political recalls targeting multiple legislators. So, what is happening in Taiwan now? Why are so many politicians facing recall campaigns? And what does this mean for Taiwan's democracy? I think we're gonna talk about these issues today, and let's break it down. So, in the first section, I'm gonna talking about how to understand Taiwan's recall system. In Taiwan, citizens have the right to recall elected officials if they believe they are unfit for office. So the process requires gathering signatures from a significant percentage of voters, which are followed by a public vote. So if the recall passes, the official is removed and a by-election is held. I think it's clear and no controversial things for this kind of definition, right? So in the next section, I'm going to talking about what triggered this wave of recalls. Because as I know, Taiwanese around the world are working on this recall movement. So the latest recall movement has largely been fueled by political controversies surrounding Taiwan's legislature. So some key triggers are included, and I'm going to talking about the triggers. Actually, there are three kind of important points. So the first one is the parliamentary expansion controversy. So the opposition, controlled legislative yuan, passes bills that expand the legislature's power, which is including increasing investigative authority over government agencies and individuals. So critics argue that this could be misused for political gains. And the second point is about pro-China allegations. So some legislators have been accused of being too close to China, raising concerns about national security and Taiwan's sovereignty. So the last one is regarded to public dissatisfaction with individual lawmakers. So some politicians have been criticized for corruption scandals, obstructionist tactics, or failing to represent their constituents. Now I'm going to talking about the arguments for and against the recalls. So I'm going to talking about the point of views of both sides. So first, because this movement has sparked fierce debate in Taiwan. So let's look at both sides of the argument. So let's see what supporters of the recalls say. Firstly, the recall process is a crucial democratic tool of holding politicians accountable. So if lawmakers fail to represent the people's interest, they should be removed. And secondly, some politicians are harming Taiwan's democracy by pushing pro-China policy or engaging in corrupt practice. And people believe that the recall is a way to protect the country's future. The last one is that the opposition has used their legislative power irresponsibly, like blocking important policy and creating political deadlock. So this is necessary response from people. And now we also have to clarify what the opponents of the recalls say. So what they state is that frequent recalls may create political instability and deepen partisan divisions. And also, it makes governance more difficult. And they're also thinking about that recall should be used for serious misconduct, not political disagreements. They think this kind of recalls could set a dangerous precedents for future political revenge. They are also thinking about this kind of recalls could set a dangerous precedence for future political revenge. The last point of view is that rather than recalls, voters should wait for the next election to decide whether to keep or remove lawmakers. I think those 3 points are the basic point of views of the opponent. But I think we still have to talk about how does this kind of recall, Taiwan's recall movement compared to other democracies. Actually, recall elections exist in other democracies as well. For example, in the United States, recall efforts have been used against governors and local officials, so often due to scandals or policy decisions. But in Japan or in South Korea, recall mechanism exists. However, they are rarely used. So the key question is, when does a recall serve democracy? And when does it undermine it? So I think maybe you guys might be curious about what's next for Taiwan. As for me, I would say Taiwan's recalls movement is a test of its democratic resilience. And is this a necessary check on politicians or a dangerous weapon of political warfare? Ultimately, the power lies in the hands of Taiwan's people. I'm making this video not for debating which side is right or wrong, or talking about I am supporting a certain side or party. But I think I have to let the people know about Taiwan's recall movement. And I'm also curious about you guys' opinion. So what do you think? And should the recalls be used frequently or only in extreme cases? I think we can discuss this kind of issues, and you can let me know about your opinions in the comment below, and I will try to reply or share my opinions about it. So don't forget to like and subscribe my channel, and to get more deep dives into Taiwan's political landscape. Okay, so I will see you next time. Bye.